personal shopping and styling service. She has presented to the Savvy Ladies community before, and we're looking forward to learning how to look like a million without breaking the bank. So thank you for being here, Tania, and I'll now hand it over to you.
Great, thanks Maggie, and good afternoon to everyone listening in. If you're listening in and watching from New York City, there does feel like there's a little spring in the air, so it's actually perfect timing to talk about how are you going to plan your spring shopping in a way that makes sense and how to look like a million without breaking the bank. There was a New York Times article entitled, "It Takes a Lot of Money to Look This Good." And it was all about personal shoppers. And it actually made me a little upset because it doesn't take a lot of money to look good. It's knowing yourself, knowing your role, knowing your goal and what you need to dress for, and just being very aware of the colors, the shapes, the silhouettes that look good on you. So I don't like to think of it so much as, you know, oh my God, I have to go shopping. It takes so much money. It doesn't take a lot of money to look that good. And to think of it a little bit differently, think of it as an investment. Anything you're going to be investing in, like a home or a car, it takes time, it takes budgeting, it takes planning, or a vacation. Well, the same thing applies to your wardrobe. And for some of you who maybe your image is the last thing you think about, investing in your image is like an investment in yourself. You are your best asset. From the minute you leave the house, you're interacting with public, you're going to work, you're sending a message. So be very aware of how you invest in your image because you want to make the best first and lasting impression. And absolutely, I've seen it happen with my clients. You can absolutely create opportunities, attract other people, attract success, wellness, and prosperity by dressing for it. So think of it as working with what you got. I'll go into what we're going to be talking about today, going into your closet, working with what you've got, and dressing for what's next. Before you even go into the closet, before you go shopping, get very clear on what your desires are. For those of you who tuned in to the last one, it was all about goal setting, like what are your personal and professional goals and how are you going to dress for it. So I just want to bring that to mind again, before you look in your closet and before you go shopping, get very clear with yourself. What are you desiring? Are you desiring a promotion? Are you desiring a romantic relationship and desiring a self-sufficient, attractive partner? Well, how would you dress for that in order to attract what you want in your life? So think of it as dressing for what you desire. So you might even want to take a moment right now to write down your number one personal goal and your number one professional goal for this year, so that you really think about what do you have to dress for this spring and how are you going to dress to attract those desires. There's another way of looking at it too, right? You see all these beautiful ladies in this, you know, beautiful estate. They're all in their beautiful, you know, attire and the right colors and fun colors. Think of it as being in your own movie. Like, what's your story and what's your own movie? And dressing in a way that people look at you and say, like, hey, I want to be in her movie with her. So get very clear on what your goals are and what that means for your wardrobe. And, you know, spring is just 10 days away. So is your spring wardrobe ready? Like, if you look into your closet right now, does it look anything like this? No, probably not. It's probably got like winter boots and a puffer jacket and all these big, heavy, thick sweaters. And now we're transitioning. Like, honestly, this is the toughest time of year to transition your wardrobe because you're going from these heavy, bulky items to these lighter spring items, but we still have those weird in-between days. For those of you listening in New York, we just got all this rain, and it's agrees. So it's like, wait a minute, where's that trench coat? Or where's my lighter weight sweaters? Or, you know, is it okay to wear pumps today instead of boots? So it's time, ladies. It's time to switch over those wardrobes and get some clarity in that closet of yours. You don't need a lot of pieces to put together a multitude of outfits and look really great. So now's the time to be switching over the wardrobe, and I'll give you some tips as to how. Let's jump into it. So before you shop for spring, here's your steps. In your closet, you're going to take inventory. I'm going to share with you how to do that with an inventory sheet. How to create a shop plan. I like to think of it as just thinking of the top 15 pieces plus your power pieces for each new season. It's not about, oh my God, I have to shop, and you keep shopping, and all of a sudden you have a million pieces, and none of them are making sense. Each new season, just think about the top 15 pieces you could bring in to freshen up your wardrobe for spring, and I'll explain to you how I do that for my clients. Also, ladies, review your budget. Don't just, you know, this is having some consciousness before you go out shopping after work and just shop at random, and then you don't realize how much you spent, and then you overspend, or you didn't put any money aside for the budget. So now's the time to review your budget for your spring shopping. We'll go over that. Shopping with intention. Getting very clear on what those 15 pieces are, the color, the style, before you go into that store. Because department stores, honestly, I think department stores are torture for women. I mean, there is so much assortment. You have to navigate them. You have to go through them. So how to navigate a department store successfully and shop with intention. We're also going to end the presentation. The beginning of the presentation is less visual. We're going to end it with some really fun spring refresher must-haves for your wardrobe. Now, it's interesting because everyone always asks me, Tania, what are the spring trends? I'm very careful with what are these spring trends because not every trend is right for you. So I picked some of the new spring trends, for lack of a better word, but they're really ideas of how you can freshen up your spring wardrobe. And it might be things you have in your wardrobe already. It's just bringing them to life in a new way to mix it. We're going to talk about shopping your own closet. Again, the top 15 pieces. You might have some of these new spring trends and ideas in your closet already, and it's time to just remix them in a new way. And I'm also going to share with you, it's not just about shopping the department stores and the sales, it's about how to resale for profit. All right? So you ready to learn how to dig into that closet of yours? And again, before you do, really think of your lifestyle. I touched on this in the first slide. What events do you need to dress for and when? Think of your professional goals and your professional events. Are you getting ready to do a new photo shoot? Do you need a new LinkedIn picture? Are you getting ready to interview? Do you have promotions coming up? Do you have important meetings? Do you have important presentations? These are the things to think about before you even look in your closet. What do I need to dress for and when? It's the beginning of spring, so start getting some of those outfits together and ready. And personal, you know, just casual looks for the weekend that aren't your yoga pants. Intimate apparel, are your bras still fitting you? Or did you go up or down a size? Do you have vacations that you're planning for this summer? And maybe it's time for a new swimsuit. Are you single and ready to mingle and you have some dates coming up? Any special occasions, the Easter holidays, the Jewish holidays, any kind of special occasions coming up? And also personal in terms of updating your dating profile or social media. So again, before you go in that closet and look at it, get very clear on the lifestyle events you are dressing for. All right, so take inventory. You have to go in there and create a form, and I'm so sorry, I had trouble getting my Excel sheet on this PowerPoint presentation. So for those of you who want the form that I use to take inventory, just email me after the presentation. I'll have my email at the end. Take inventory, okay? For those of you listening who are very organized, everyone, I find that that when I go into a woman's closet. You know, you have different levels of organization. You feel very organized, not so organized, and not organized at all. So now's the time to get organized. What are we? We're Wednesday. So you got this weekend coming up. Go into that closet, organize everything by item, by color, and by category. This is going to make it a lot easier when you go in and you edit out what's not working for you. So what are your items? Now, always think of your items as the breakdown as your statement pieces, which I also call your power pieces. That's your coat, your purse, your shoe. These are your statement pieces, what you're wearing outside, and those three should work together. There's also your core items. These are referred to as your jacket, your pants, your skirt, and your dress. These are your core items that you can mix and match and blend to make a multitude of outfits. So you have those core items. Then you also have what I like to call fill-ins. Your blouses, your accessories, your knit tops. I didn't list them all here, but your anything fun that are those additions that can build out those core pieces. And I'm going to show you an example of how to build out a multitude of outfits with those core pieces plus the fill-ins. So it's not just the item. Okay, so now you have all your jackets, all your dresses, all your pants. Think of your dresses per category. A lot of times I go into a woman's closet and all the dresses are mixed together, right? Well, your dresses have categories. You have work dresses, you have weekend dresses, and you have special event dresses. So it's very important to separate these out, not just per color, but per category. And then also, put it by colors. Put all your, pinks together. Put all your yellows together. Then you'll be able to step back, take inventory, and ask yourself these questions. Do you have too few? Do you have too many? And where are the gaps? I know some women, like all you do is you have black pants, right? You have like a ton of black pants, but you have 3 tops. So how many different outfits are you going to expect to wear with only 3 tops and all those pants? And this way, when you chart it out and take category, you can see where the gaps are. And in general, if you want to know the rule, your ratio of those tops to bottoms, those fill-in pieces to the core pieces, should be about 3-to-1 to 5-to-1. All right? So you should actually have more tops and blouses than you do pants and skirts as a general rule. And just talking about color, because you're going to be organizing by color, this is the color report for spring 2015. Now, again, without doing a formal color analysis, I'm not, saying, oh, these are the colors everyone should wear, but I just wanted you to see a fresh new palette of colors. These colors might be in your closet already, or they might not. So you can really think about a new palette to shop for. And what's really beautiful and easy is if you hone in on a color palette of 5 colors. Think of your base color, whether it's black, navy, gray, these beautiful beige and gray colors. Those 2 colors on the right are your base colors. These could be your suiting, your pants, and your skirt. So think of those base colors, and then think of an array of colors that you can use, the colors on the left, to build out your blouses and your scarves and your accessories. The top row, now these are cool colors. So those of you that have a cool palette, these beautiful new aquamarine, scuba blues, lucite blues, are beautiful for your ladies with black hair, dark eyes. And then the bottom palette, a little bit warmer, right? Strawberry ice, tangerine, custard, and marsala. So if you have a color palette in mind, it makes it much easier to navigate a department store, because then you're just looking at the racks and shopping by color. All right, so everything's organized by color and category. Now you got to play love it or leave it. You're spending the day, pour yourself a glass of wine because you know how daunting it can be going into that closet of yours. Then play love it or leave it. And the number one question to ask yourself is, does it bring you joy? When you're going through your dresses and you pull it out and you put it on or hold it up in front of the mirror, does it bring you joy? And this this is an instinct in a moment. Don't sit there and belabor it. Oh, well, oh, but someone gave it to me. Oh, but this, oh, but that. Does it bring you joy? And listen to that intuition, that beautiful feminine intuition that we're all gifted with as women. Does it bring you joy? Does it make you happy? Then you can go into the thinking thought. When was the last time you wore it? If it's been more than 3 years, you're never going to wear it. How do you feel when you put it on, right? That's the joy factor. Now, the other thing that's a real issue for we women, some of us go up and down sizes. So you also have to determine if it's too big or too small. Now, if it's one size too big or one size too small, there is a chance you could get it tailored or you might be able to get back into it. But if it's about 2 sizes up and 2 sizes down, chances are you aren't. And by editing out of your closet, you leave room to bringing in the new. Again, think about dressing where you are now, accepting where you are now, and what you want to be dressing for next. So if this is something from 3 years ago that doesn't bring you joy, leave it. If this is something that doesn't fit you anymore, leave it. It has to be a love. I want your closets to be filled with each and every piece that brings you joy and that you just love. And that when you wear it, other people are like, ooh, you look beautiful today. Wow, where did you get that? So after you play love it or leave it, you have to decide whether it can be repaired, tailored to fit, resale it, or donate it. And I'll be sharing some resale options with you in a moment. All right, so now you've edited, you've seen where the gaps are. Now we're going to talk about the shop plan. What are those top 15 pieces you need to enhance your wardrobe? This is where you'll see where the gaps are. Oh my gosh, I have all these pants and new tops. So now I want 5 new blouses so I can round out all these outfits for my bottom. Think about how to make more outfits from those core pieces. And just update. Like, what could you add to just update your look, keep it fresh, and keep it current? It could be like a $15 colorful scarf. So think of your shop plan by naming those 15 items. And again, think of those core pieces. When you look at your trench coat, is it in shape or is it stained beyond repair? Does it still fit you? Does it bore you? Is it time for a trench coat in like yellow? And always think about rounding out those outfits. Now, this is just an example, ladies. All of your budgets are different. I'm not saying that this is what you listening in should budget for. I'm just giving you a general way that I work with my clients to find out what their budget is before I go shopping for them. This is an example of a 15-piece shop plan, plus those 3 power pieces, your purse, coat, and shoes. This is a total budget for, like, say, a spring, summer, career 15-piece shop plan. So what you need to do, ladies, is you need to name your price. You look at your closet, you're tired of all your blazers, right? Let's start with the first line, 2 blazers. You're tired of your blazers, so you need to buy more. Name a minimum price and a maximum price that you are going to spend on each of those blazers, whatever that is. It could be $49. It could be, oh my gosh, you've had your eyes set on a gorgeous Hugo Boss blazer that's $5.99. This is up to you to set that price point of what your minimum and maximum you're willing to pay per piece. By doing this, you can say, all right, so 2 blazers at $199 will be about $400. A new work pant at $95 will be about $95. Take the time to chart this out. That's what I love about savvy ladies. That's why you're listening in right now. Be savvy with your money. Look at the numbers. Bring awareness to it. Be a savvy lady when it comes to shopping. How else are you going to know how much money you have to spend unless you look at it? It's a real simple way to just chart out those 15 pieces, how much you want to spend per item. So let's look at the total. This whole plan totals $2,271. Okay, all of you are going, oh my gosh, $2,000. Some of you might be saying, that's my rent or that's my mortgage or house. But look what happens when you chart it out. Let's say your total budget is $2,000 for the season. if you're going to look at paying this off over the next 5 months, March, April, May, June, July, that's dividing that total budget by 5 months. You're spending about $450 a month, and that's about $113 a week. So I give you this to plan your own, and then you'll know how much money you have per month to go shopping with, and then it becomes kind of like a treat, right? You could actually create like a beautiful, like take one of your clear vases and put $100 a week in that vase. And then at the end of the month, you'll have $400 to go shopping with, and you'll have a detailed 15-piece plan, and maybe you go shopping for those 5 top items that you're really hot for. So bring consciousness to it. Have a plan in advance and look at your money. You'll be so much more happy and delighted with what you end up shopping for because you brought that much more planning awareness and conscientiousness to it. So here I just want to show you, based on the same pants, a fun red pant, a black pant, a gray pant, based on all those different tops, see how many different tops, 1, 2, 3, 4, those are 5 different tops. You're going to get 5 different looks based on each different top you wear with that outfit. And don't you love that floral skirt? I mean, who wouldn't want a nice floral skirt for spring, summer? To spruce it up. You probably already have your black pencil skirt. Bring in a new one. So this is a way to think about how to chart out and get the most from your wardrobe. This is a way too. Think of out of 25 pieces, you can make 15 outfits. So look at the ratio here, ladies. There's 2 pants, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 6 blouses. So that 6 blouse to 2 pant ratio, you're going to get so many more mix and match outfits out of that. 2 blazers. What are your blazers right now? Do you only have black blazers? Bring one either white or purple. How many different ways you can mix and match all these tops with that jacket? You're going to create all these new beautiful outfits. So really think about it conscientiously and a plan. The other thing I want to share with you is the time of year to shop. Spring has been in stores since January. It's actually been in stores since before that, but we're paying attention in December, right? Unless you had a beautiful vacation somewhere warm. Spring goes in stores in January. So if you're the type that you don't want to pay full price, things will start going on sale for spring, start May, June. Summer sales about August because fall comes into stores in as early as July, August. So that's when you're paying full price for fall. So think of it strategically. If you want to take advantage of the sale, chart on your calendar what time of year each season goes on sale. So spring is in stores now. I mean, every store has an incentive that they're going to be like, woohoo, Easter weekend, save 20%. So pay attention to the sales. But in general, that's the cycle of shopping. The other thing I want to share with you, ladies, is what time of day or week to shop. Some of you work Monday through Friday, so you only have the weekends to shop. Honestly, avoid the weekends. It's tiring. The lines are like crazy. You stand in line forever for the dressing room. By the time you even get in the dressing room and get it on, you're so exhausted and frustrated, you think you don't even look good in what you're putting on, right? So I highly recommend shopping Monday through Thursdays. Always check for sales. Sales usually start on Thursdays or Fridays, so that is also going to depend on when you're shopping in the store. But Mondays, oh my gosh, Mondays are the best day to go in stores. It's like a ghost town. There's like no one in there. So if you are a Monday through Friday, designate a Monday from 6 to 8 to go shopping. The other thing I'm going to tell you, ladies, is do not shop when you hate. This is when you're hungry, angry, tired, or emotional, and you know who you are, right? You were at work and your boss ticked you off and you're so angry, you're just like, you need that quick fix, right? You're like, I'm going to go shopping and I'm going to feel great. And then you end up buying like an unreasonable pair of 5-inch power pumps that, you know, you can't even walk in. If you're hungry, eat. If you're angry, go to the gym and work out. If you're tired, take a nap. And if you're emotional, do something to take care of yourself. I have to be honest with you. I am a recovering impulse shopper. If I would just have that day where it was just like, oh, I just didn't feel satisfied, and I would go out shopping and buy all these things. Now, as you see, I plan it out. I have my plan. If you're the type that you shop out of emotion, it's a sign that it's time for you to slow down and take care of yourself. It's actually time for some self-care. Treat yourself to a mani or pedi. That's $20. Treat yourself to a massage or a cup of tea, a hot bath, or a tube of lipstick for $10. Do something that really gets you back into your body and gets you grounded and just makes you feel good. Never shop out of emotional frustration, because you'll end up with things that don't make sense for you, or spending too much money. Very quickly, here's things to think about. What items to spend more on than others. You should invest in your statement pieces, your coat, purse, shoes, fine jewelry, a watch, and your career wardrobe, genuine leather, and designer labels. The reason I also am sharing with you to invest in these statement pieces is these are also things that you can get more money at resale. Also, try, unless you're a vegan and you don't like buying real animal leather because you're an animal lover, totally honor and respect that. But genuine leather will last you longer, so it's a better investment piece. And one day when you're sick of it, you'll actually get more money out of it for resale. And also designer labels. Resale stores love designer labels. Anything from, like a Diane von Furstenberg up from there. So these are the things to invest in when you're planning out that chart about, oh, I need a new coat. You might want to spend a little more money on that coat because it's going to last you a few more years. Your purse should last you a few more years, as does your shoes. Now, for those of you who are impulsive, you know who you are. You're the impulse buyer. Here are the things that I say it's okay to spend a little impulsive money on. Your accessories, right? Costume jewelry that makes you happy, that's fun. Scarves. Scarves are the best way to spend $10, $19. Oh my gosh. I had a style reading with one of my clients. I did her colors, and I didn't even get in her closet yet. And the next day she was like, Tania, I found a scarf for $19 at a Dwayne Reed that was turquoise and gold, just the colors you told me to buy. And it just made her feel so good. Looks for casual weekend and summer wear and vacations. I look at that as not having to spend a lot of money. If they're basic little T-shirts or sundresses, you're going to sweat in them. You're going to get a lot of wear out of them. So those are the suggestions of what you don't have to spend a lot of money. Invest in your image, invest in your career pieces, invest in those pieces that are going to bring you money. And you are your career, you are your own personal brand. So invest in those power pieces. Shop with intention. And I'm going a little over time. I hope you can stick with me for the next 5 minutes, and I'll get through these last slides so we can open up to questions. Shop with intention. Think about it. What is the event or occasion? Even when you're holding that garment in your hand, think about it. When and where am I going to wear it? And can you wear it with at least 3 things in your closet? If you're looking for that new blazer, know that it's a color you can wear back to at least 2 other pants and 3 blouses. Name your color palette and your color before you go. Name your minimum and maximum price. Ladies, I can't even tell you how miraculously this works. For example, I need a pair of pumps. They need to be brown with a 2 to 3 inch heel that I can wear with my work skirts, dresses, and pants, and also will work with my cute jeans on the weekend. I'd like to spend $99. Go. Let me tell you, when you're that much more focused, you will find it. And if you don't find it, that's why I said go, stay on target. And if you didn't find it, that's okay. Better luck next time. Don't just force yourself to buy something because you're like, oh, I just had to buy it. I am not kidding you. I actually put this to the test because I can say all these things, but does it really work? I said, you know what? I'm going to take $40 and go to Housing Works and see if I can find pants. I needed a pair of beige pants, brown pants, and ivory pants. I'm not even kidding you when I share this story with you. I said, okay, I'm going to go to the $5 rack. I found a pair of $5 gorgeous brown silk velvet pants for $5. I found a pair of ivory riding pants that they were like a Parisian label stretch. I only needed to get them all cleared for $5. Then I looked around. I found a pair of Zara pants with the tag still on for $10. I got 3 pairs of pants for actually $20. So shop with intention. It's amazing what can happen. The other store I wanted to share with you, yes, that's me and my gorgeous Alexander McQueen jacket. Talk about shopping with intention. About 5 years ago, Alexander McQueen is one of my favorite designers. And about 5 years ago, he sadly took his own life, but he's one of the designers I admired. So the year he did that, I vouched to own an Alexander McQueen in my closet. Now, I don't exactly have $5,000 laying around to invest in an Alexander McQueen suit. I set this desire, my desire. I would love to have an Alexander McQueen. I said this 5 years ago. Well, it took 5 years ago, 5 years to manifest that desire. And I'm not kidding you. I walked into a resale shop in my neighborhood in Brooklyn in December, and I said, you know what? I want ivory for the new year. I want to illuminate myself. I want to illuminate others. My professional goal is to just keep inspiring and take it to the next level. I looked all throughout the store, and on a hanger was this Alexander McQueen jacket with matching skirt for $150. I had to repair the sleeve lining and repair the button, and that's it. So ladies, set that desire and set that intention. Some places you can go, get your pen and paper ready. Second time around, SPA. They have great resale. You can buy and trade in, and also Housing Works. And then there's a few online resources. If you purge that closet, you want to make some profit and make some money off of that old, so you have new revenue to buy something new, Etsy, eBay, Tradesy, Threadflip, ShopHers, and LikeToys.com. So it's up to you. If you want to go in person, Google SPA, or if you want to do it online. There's also a great article I wrote for the Daily Worth, and it's on my Pinterest board if you want to check that out. Here's your great list of designer discount fashion places, in-store and online. I have great luck with these for my clients. So I ask you again, the first day of spring is 10 days away. Is your wardrobe ready? And here's some fresh ideas for spring. Soft trench coats. You see them very stiff and structured like that classic Burberry. Love the classic Burberry, but the new trend is a softer trench coat. Think of your power purse. There are some outrageous power purses coming down the runway, and you're going to see designers at all different price point levels that are going to do them. How crazy is that polka dot one with the flowers? And thank goodness flats are still in fashion. Hallelujah, right? We get a little break from our heels. Think of beige leather. Beige leather is a great investment piece, and it goes with all the other colors in your wardrobe. We're also used to wearing black. Think of beige as the softer, prettier black for spring. Printed pants are a really fun way to update. And for you ladies that are a little more rich on top, this is a great trend for you to wear because it'll balance out your figure and balance out where the eye goes. For those of you ladies who are rich on the bottom, midi skirts. They're flowy, they're soft, they evoke that 1950s Mad Men style. Chambray, lace. The midi skirt is beautiful. Colorful stones. Oh my gosh, how pretty are these? Think of that. My gosh, just buying it $10. I'm going to rack up these trends so we can get back to Q&A. Some beautiful floral, botanical colored stones. You could just brooch or an earring. Also think of worldly treasures, exotic, beautiful jewelry to add. Or if you're the modern minimalist, some real clean accessories. Here's how else to repurpose and reuse what you already have. Think about relating layers. Pull out your existing jewelry and mix and match it together. This is one of my favorite new trends. And as we transition from spring to fall, from winter to spring, there's still that time to, you have to bundle up a little. So you all have your black pants, start bringing in some pretty spring colors, and think of leather and lighter colors. Update your little black dress with pink. Think of a trench coat in ivory rather than black, and think of accessories in metallics instead of black. You all probably have a million solid cardigans, so bring one in a beautiful floral print. It's a great way to update your basic white shirt, add a fun gold necklace to it, and pop it with some neutral accessories. All right, ladies, you all have that go-to black dress. So think about pulling some color in, a beautiful turquoise necklace, and flower pumps. Oh my gosh, how much fun are flower pumps? So again, remember, before you shop, take inventory, make that shop plan, review your budget, shop with intention. Think about those spring refreshers to just update it. Learn how to shop your own closet and resale for profit and trade. So we'll open it up to questions. And for those of you that want me live one-on-one, I have just 3 spots open this afternoon at 2:30, 3:30, and 4:30. So email me, and we can chat for 30 minutes about what your goals are for your image. And if you live in New York City, if your closet is just a hot mess and you need my help, I just have 2 Saturdays available for my VIP day, and we can get into it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Tania. That was so great, and thank you for those special offers at the end. We hope everyone takes advantage of that. And we also just want to let everyone know that we can send out the spreadsheet that Tania mentioned. So if you have any questions, you can still submit them now. And we did have a few questions that came in. The first one is, should statement pieces be a big investment, or are they a little too trendy to spend a lot of money on?
Oh, the statement pieces, yes. Okay. That's a very good question, because, this is interesting. It's actually changed more recently. The whole idea of, investing more in that black suit because it's going to get you mileage, you should also invest a little more in those statement pieces. Be a little wary of the trends that are real here today, gone tomorrow. Trends that are a little bit exaggerated, but what I'm finding, I have to be totally honest with you, I come from 20 years of fashion design, and in the last 5 years I designed from, I resigned in 2012, I kept seeing the trends repeat. So the things that are trendy actually end up being, as long as they speak to you and your personal style and they bring you joy and they make you happy, they're not necessarily a trend that's going to go in and out. Because, if you look at trends right now, the 50s are back, the 60s are back, the 70s are back, the 80s are back, the 90s are back. So if it brings you joy and it totally expresses who and how you are, I highly suggest to invest more in that statement piece, because it's going to be that piece that makes you stand out and makes you unique. Black pants, you can get, a dime a dozen. Yes, they should fit you well. Yes, they should be in a good fabric. But definitely those statement pieces, they're going to bring you so much joy, and not just for this season. There's ways to totally remix it when it comes back to last season.
Okay, great. Our next question was, can every figure wear those printed pants that you talked about?
Yeah, good question, because that's why I'm very careful when I present the trends. The trends are fun ideas. I have a lot more trends on my Pinterest board as well. If you want to check out Pinterest, sterlonstyle.com. That particular trend, if you are what I call rich on the bottom, which traditionally was called a pear shape, if you have a really full bottom, and then you go and narrow at the hips, the printed bottoms are going to bring a little too much attention to your derriere. For you, I would suggest if you're a little more rich on the bottom, you would want to wear print on top, like a printed blouse or a printed blazer, which would be so beautiful and fun. So the printed pants, like I said, is a little bit better on you ladies who are a little more rich on top, or column, meaning you're slim up and down. So the printed pants, yes, they look fun, but if you're a little rich on the bottom, wear print on top.
Okay, and we have time for one last question. Do the sale times that you mentioned for the time of year to shop apply to online sales as well?
Yes. Yes, they do, actually. Yeah. And online sometimes even hits the stores sooner. There's this insane website called Moda Operandi. They get like hot off the runway. It is on their website, I'm not even kidding you, like the week it comes off the runway, which is insane to me. Like, you know, who's buying spring when there's like still snow on the ground? Oh, for you, those of you that live somewhere warm. But in general, it is the same selling cycle in stores and online, yes.
Okay. Do you have time for one last question that just came in?
Absolutely, yeah, that's what I'm here for. And if any of you didn't get your questions answered, Tania at SterlOnStyle.com can speak to you today at 2:30, 3:30, or 4:30.
Okay, great. The question is about organizing. Do you suggest taking everything out of the closet in order to organize, or do you have any other suggestions?
Yeah, take everything out of the closet, but do it by category. The day you do it, clear your bed, make your bed, have a nice sheet on your bed, and do it by once you've organized it in your closet by category, pull all the dresses out. Like the dress category, pull them all out, lay them on your bed, and go through them one by one. You know, ideally to have a stylist come over and look at them with you to get that discerning eye of whether they work or not. If you have a friend you can trust, but you can't always trust that friend, right? Do them by category, because then it won't seem as overwhelming. Same thing with your shoes. What I do before I get in a client's closet, before I come over, I send them this whole closet prep form. With your shoes, you want to pull all your shoes out of your closet and line them up all on the floor where you can see them. And even your shoes have categories. Put all your pumps together. Put all your sandals together. Put all your boots together. Put all your dressy pumps together. So what makes it more manageable, because you really can't see it if it's in your closet. Same with your purses. Pull all your purses out of your closet. Lay them down on the couch or a table, or lay them down on the bed. Use that bed as a working surface, but again, do one category at a time so you don't get overwhelmed.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Tania. That was such a wonderful presentation. Thank you to everyone who joined us today and asked questions. We hope we'll see you again for future webinars where you can register at savvyladies.org. Thank you again, Tania.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Happy spring, everyone.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.